is Screen Slush, an unhealthy mix of film, TV, and everything pop culture.
What's up?
Oh. Good.
Welcome to
Good.
Screen Slush podcast, where we are just as cool as those guys from that old commercial. What was that a commercial for? Do you remember?
Wasn't it? Man, that's a great question, actually.
Was it beer? Was it a phone?
I think so. I think it was like Bud Light. It feels like Bud Light to me. Was that before Scary Movie?
Yes, it was.
It was, and then Scary Movie was riffing off of the commercial.
Yeah, and if you're like
What?
younger than 30, this is a 1999 commercial.
Mhm.
It actually aired through 2002. I think they did multiple versions of it. It aired. I remember it airing during the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
But
that's not-
apparently it just was an ad campaign. It wasn't like a Super Bowl thing. It was just an ad that continually played on TV during football, which actually makes more sense because that would like the Geico Gecko. That's how it like gets ingrained. It's not like a one-time thing.
yeah.
So it was constantly on TV, and it was for Budweiser. There's a bunch of guys just saying "What's up" and throwing beers around, I guess.
That's right.
But yeah,
Wow.
okay. Well, this is a very special episode of Screen Slush because
Yeah.
it's also maybe a preview of a couple other eps of this show, and maybe a preview of some of the big fall movies, at least for genre, in the next year. I mean, who knows? But Brent and I are going to Fantastic Fest in Austin this week. Tomorrow.
Mhm.
Although we will probably not watch every big movie. I think we just found out we missed Black Phone 2. But
Totally missed it. Yeah.
we will be watching a lot of things. I think some of the biggest nuggets will be from the week we're going because there are secret screenings for movies nobody knows about. There's actually more secret screenings this festival because of, I think it's the 20th. They're celebrating something.
Yeah.
And previously, sometimes there's only like 2 or 3 secret screenings. I think there's 5 this week. When we're for sure watching one of them. But apart from that, we'll talk maybe about like what we're looking forward to and what we think or whatever. But we've also got some movies that we're for sure going to circle on our schedules and some movies that people have already seen. So we'll talk about maybe what those are. But Brent, how is this your first big film festival?
No. Yes. Easily. Like I think the only one I've ever been a part of before were a couple of 48-hour film fests in San Antonio. I want to say maybe 3.
An honored guest.
Yeah, as an esteemed guest. No, but as being part of the processes of making those 48-hour, like one year I directed one, and that was an exhausting blast. That was so much fun. I've like written in them, acted in a couple, but that's it. And this is so for context on Fantastic Fest, it is a like film festival, genre film festival that is that takes place in Austin. Like you said, I think it's been going for about 20 years now. And yeah, I don't have it handy, but like some very big genre movies and even otherwise have
a lot of horror, but it doesn't have to be. I believe Gravity had a secret screening here last year. Anora kind of played here. The Monkey. There's a lot of films that are sometimes, Oscar quote unquote movies that are just kind of dropped in here. I'm going through the list. The very first one had Zathura, Hostel, Feast, Sin City, a recut, and a Scanner Darkly. Remember that was like the cartoonish movie, Scanner Darkly.
I've seen that movie a couple times. That's an interesting movie.
That's the first iteration, but I'm gonna go through some of these just so
please.
Apocalypto, Mel Gibson in there to do this. Pan's Labyrinth had a secret screening here that year, 2006.
I'd have another movie.
Chainsaw, The Fountain, Aronofsky was there for that. Terry Gilliam's Tideland, Piranha 3D. Also, that was kind of interesting. Man, there's so many movies actually that are like really big special ones. Not every single year. That's why I think it's a standout that there's 5 of them. And I would say in recent years, the numbers have kind of dropped a little bit for some reason. A Serious Man that premiered here.
Oh man,
That's really funny because that's one that we would be like so excited about, but most people would get a little.
I'd be
a little
losing my
disappointed
mind,
even, if
and
they got-
especially after seeing it. Oh, I love that movie.
I'd be like, what was that? Paranormal Activity 3. Let's see. Cloud Atlas, Sinister. That's
Oh.
crazy. Sinister.
Okay,
Every
so there's a
Paranormal
pattern.
Activity, every single Paranormal Activity also
Oh wow, okay.
had a secret screening here. It's from the very first one to the second one. That seems really fun. But there's like years, and I'm looking at this. There's some years there's none.
Wow,
Gravity,
okay. So
Green
it's
Inferno.
they do it when they have the ammunition. You
The
know what I mean?
goods,
Like
yeah.
they're like So that has me pretty excited.
Yeah.
But yeah, Fantastic Fest is a film festival that I have been hearing about basically ever since I really got into movies, which I would say was like tail end of high school, definitely in college when like Adam and I were making short films all the time. I would always, people I'd be following online on like Twitter, I guess at the time, would be going to Fantastic Fest. And it was just like, man, this seems so much like a blast. Like it seems like so much fun. You get to, hang out with your friends, the kind of party vibe is less my scene now.
It is a huge event, and I remember being in Austin or going to this theater, and they have pictures of like some Fantastic Fest. There's some very infamous ones. I think Doug Benson always does stuff there, but they've invited like
tomorrow.
Cults. They've invited like straight up satanic cults to do stuff there, or they'll build an escape room. I remember once Will Ferrell showed up to play basketball. They've just got like stuff happening.
Mm-hmm.
And although there's a lot of horror, I mean, there are other. John Wick premiered here with Keanu and stuff. Like they lean into action and sci-fi, and I mean, I don't know. Actually, I'm now realizing there was a movie that will not premiere here, but I would really flip if Project Hail Mary like played. It's too early.
Oh,
that movie's also got to probably go to like some film festivals or something. Like they would go that route.
It's a February release, isn't it, or April?
That is weird. You're right.
It's a ways off.
Yeah, that movie would be psych. It's too early to at least open up that can of like hype, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. That
would fit. Like that wouldn't be a surprise if it did.
For sure. Yeah, I think that feels like a good segue into like because we are going to a secret screening tomorrow. We got one booked, and the hope is at least 2 more after that. I think that we're going to kind of prioritize those because, I feel like the ceiling on those is as high as it goes, man.
Yeah,
like
and the floor
Anora last year.
And not to say there's like these are just movies that are highly anticipated and nobody even knows, what they are. But I think the floor is also really high for these movies, just in terms of hype or whatever. Last year, it was Saturday Night, The Apprentice, Heretic, Better Man, and The Creep Tapes. Solid movies.
Yeah,
and
all solid.
All solid.
Show up.
I don't think there's like a one where I would like walk out or whatever.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to keep like expectations in check for it, but it's like, you say Guillermo premiered Pan's Labyrinth here. He's got a movie dropping 2 months from now.
Yeah, that's already premiered as well, so it's not like it's going to be taking away from the awards
initial,
deal.
Hype.
My expectations are super high. I think Spielberg probably secret screens his Alien movie that I don't even know if he's finished yet.
9 months early.
Yeah,
just the dish for all you.
Do you have any? What is your predictions of some of the stuff you think we may get a chance to look at as a secret screening? Man, and one is happening right now that we don't even like. We won't even know until tomorrow what it is.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'll probably text you because I'm sure someone will text out at 11:20 because that's when it is. It's at 11:15 tonight.
Jeez, late.
And I'm sure someone will be like, it's for one of my guesses. I feel like Knives Out is going to
That'd be
be
huge. Yeah. That already played
there.
at TIFF too.
If it's tonight's, I'm going to be bummed out, man,
Heated.
that we're missing that one.
Yeah.
But Frankenstein, I could see. Let's see what else is kind of
we talked a lot, and I texted you last night because Glenn Powell went to UT. He's in Austin right now.
Mhm.
Glenn Powell has The Running Man with Edgar Wright. That's a wide release that they're not putting into like, those artsy film festivals or whatever. So it makes sense to just give everyone a look at that movie here. Another like perfect fit,
big time,
for the film festival, and then of course the Austin connection. The other thing too is like not everyone has to come do
like a Q&A,
like a Q&A. They can just show the movie and not have it. Mel Gibson doesn't have to be there for Apocalypto. It would be fun if Mel Gibson was there.
It would be. I bet he was there. I bet he was hitting the high ball.
Knives Out did play at Fantastic Fest in 2019.
Well, I mean, yeah, I feel like that bodes extremely well for a secret screening. I will say I wasn't going to bring this up because it feels almost too small of a thing to like chew on here. But in the information, like when you select tonight's secret screening, they each have a little unique message, and it's not much to read into. But tonight's is it's a mystery ! And so I was like,
Knives Out.
If it's Knives Out,
what are the other ones?
But I won't be bummed. I was looking at tomorrow's, the one that we got into, and it's, boy, I'm on their site and I'm trying to navigate. Let's see.
Well, they all have some cheeky stuff.
Yeah. So tomorrow, it just says, who knows what it could be. Yeah. And it's like, okay, but
they could be. Secret number 3 says, what's your best guess?
Yeah, I don't think they're anything, but it's a mystery.
4 is the last screening of 2025.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Interesting.
So I don't know. I think it's going to be interesting either way. But that's only a part of it. I think that, like we said, we're going to prioritize, I think, those, but but even
any other big guesses? I think we should talk about the movies that are totally there, and you've seen some, or you've seen some reactions.
Some reactions.
But
I'm trying to remember.
28 years later, I talked about a little bit, or
Bone Temple,
because that's coming out.
That is coming out very soon. That's January. This feels like a perfect place to send Garland down, or send Boyle to talk about that. Man, what like horror movies other than like, I get Frankenstein's he's saying it's not a horror movie. Let's see, those feel possible, or even like awards players. They wouldn't do a secret screening for like One Battle After Another because we're so close to release. That wouldn't, even though
I'm looking at a list here, and then the other thing too is Sony, because Sony owns the Draft House. We talked about that before. Someone wrote some stuff. Silent Night, Deadly Night. Interesting. Okay. Bone Temple is Sony. Anaconda is also Sony. But
Anaconda would be crazy. When does that come out? I thought it was like summer.
I think that's maybe a Christmas movie this year. I'm not even joking.
Anaconda would be wild. What if the lights go down tomorrow?
Yeah, December 25th. It comes out Christmas Day this year. So that's really close. Yeah. Shiver from Sony. I don't know what that movie is. It's another horror film, but that's coming out next year. Interesting. Has Jimin Hunsu. What's also interesting on here, which is totally possible too, they've got Marty Supreme, Begonia.
Begonia, I could see that.
The Smashing Machine is here too. That would be really interesting to see. And then they've got some other, I think, 2 big movies on their prediction. Tron Ares. There's no way. That seems too big, right? Predator Badlands. That might fit, but that would be
Predator.
Pretty big movie.
I could 100% see Predator. We're really close. Oh man. Oh, that's getting me hyped just thinking about it.
Yeah.
Because I think Predator, we're pretty close to release. It hasn't lined up any not like a lineup award stuff, but this feels like a great like buzz builder, I
Mhm.
guess, because a lot of critics are here. This is the type of, this is the perfect crowd you want to show the new Predator in front of.
Mhm.
I could totally see like Trachtenberg coming down
I
here
know.
to
Trachtenberg seems like a very Fantastic Fests kind of
yeah, big
guy
time.
who'd put his movies out.
That
I'm
would be
reading here that James Cameron has flown into Austin. Holy moly.
Can you?
Jimmy Cam
No. We can't entertain this thought.
took his
We cannot.
submarine to Austin, and
God, it popped up right in the middle of the Capitol, and he popped out with Avatar 3.
yeah.
No.
I mean, we'll find out. We'll find out tonight what that movie is,
Mhm.
and then hopefully we'll actually watch the next 3 or 4 of them. That'll be really
That's
cool.
that's the hope. Yeah. So I guess
Yeah, let's talk about some movies that have come out or we know are coming out. And we're talking about these secret movies that,
Mhm.
that you know, might be good or
possibilities,
bad. Possibilities.
dreams.
We've got some straight up bangers maybe this year already,
Mhm.
whether we watch them or not. Black Phone 2. Yeah,
Yeah.
so walk through some of the movies that you're really anticipating, and maybe some surprises. I don't know how much we can read into kind of early reactions so far, but there's a mix of really big movies because maybe they're sequels, talking about like
Yeah.
Strangers or Sisu or VHS or whatever, but then also some kind of like intriguing original films.
Yeah, for sure. I think I'm already kind of seeing like at least a few just like kind of not very many things are fully out of nowhere. It's like they're always like precursors and like short
Mm,
films and stuff like that. But I'm seeing a lot of exciting stuff about I mean Shelby Oaks is one, so the Chris Stuckman movie that Neon bought
yeah.
and
Kickstarter too, right? Or something, or not Kickstarter, but it like
oh,
raised a bunch of money. Am
maybe,
I thinking
yeah.
about something else? Let me double check
I don't
before
know.
I
I mean, it would track, I feel like, for, him, a YouTuber making a movie like,
premiered last year too. This movie's been out for over a year.
yeah, but yeah, that's true. Like Neon bought it and basically funded a complete like remake of the third act is what I've heard.
Yeah.
And it's a like found footage movie. I don't know much about it or
Yeah.
really who's in it. I think it's a lot of new
They
actors.
they raised $1 million on Kickstarter. Isn't
Okay.
that crazy?
Wow. Interesting. So I guess like, yeah, that's interesting. And then Neon bought it. So like, I wonder how that works out. But yeah, that I've heard a lot of good stuff about that one. And let's see, one I was just reading about today, as one person I follow, critic I follow, was saying the movie of the show so far is Night Patrol, which is a movie with like Corey Hawkins and Justin Long. I think I realized I don't even know like what it's about. I think it's about
Justin
like a
Long,
cop.
yeah. Justin Long's doing this really fun thing in his career too, and these
Yeah.
roles he's
He's a
picking with
scream king.
great auteur horror filmmakers.
Yeah, it's really fun to see him pop up and stuff like this. Yeah, that one I'd love to get into. VHS Halloween is a big one with some really interesting directors. The director of Too Many Cooks, the like amazing short film, I guess, that premiered on Adult Swim, and he did another one recently that is crazy and really good. He directed one of these. I think Alex Ross Perry, who's like a great indie director, did one of these. I've heard this is like one of the best VHS anthologies yet. Like a lot of really interesting kind of shorts in here that are all very different, but a really good time apparently. So that one we're going to try to check out on Wednesday. If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, which I think we brought up on this podcast before with like Rose Byrne and Conan, is on Tuesday at 11. We're going to try to check that one out. That one seems really good. Kind of like a dramedy I guess. I've watched the trailer and still don't really know what it's about. Like Rose Byrne's a single mom taking care of a kid, and Conan's her therapist.
Hmm.
And seems kind of like he's playing it straight, which is really interesting. But I've heard that movie is great. And let's see, another one is Primate, about a ape that's like terrorizing a family.
That's
It's apparently
scary.
a really gnarly movie that's like a lot of fun, but is like very gory and nasty too.
It's going to be too
Um,
real, I think.
you think
Because,
so?
well, just because there are chimps that tear people's faces off in real life,
That's fair. That's fair.
and we're going to watch it and be like, this is all totally plausible. They're stronger than us. They have, kind of emotions.
Yeah.
There's like a really scary chimpanzee in Nope. And then of course all of I would say
Yeah.
that chimp is even scarier than the ones that are
The King Kongs
evil
or
and
the
the new Planet of the Apes and stuff. That guy's crazy. Because they're sentient, you kind of understand them a little bit in Planet of the Apes. But anyways,
yeah, they have
I might be scared.
ideologies
I'm not
and
like all the way scared of chimpanzees, but this may push me over the edge.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, and just some other ones that truly I've written down the names of and don't know much else other than word of mouth or buzz
Yeah.
right now is like Dolly, which I think is like a serial killer slasher, I want to say. And then Whistle, which that's all I got as a name, but
Yeah.
I heard some people talking about that. So yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think just like as of today has been because we didn't know what to expect. And I think we still don't to a large extent. But we didn't know what to expect until, you start to hear people talking about seeing these movies and their reactions to them. And it's like, oh, this is that type of movie. Or, oh, this person wrote and directed that. I had no idea. So it's really fun to see that kind of play out. And I'm excited to, get in on the ground floor and check out some of this stuff some more.
It's always cool to feel like you're the first to see something and to, kind of, it's also really cool and rare to craft an opinion without hearing about anything else. Although I'm very
Right.
forgetful. It happens to me all the time. Sitting in a theater, I'm like, I don't know what this is. Awesome.
Yeah, you go in
But
blind a lot, and I'm
I
jealous
am,
of it.
but it is harder and it is
Mhm.
really fun anytime you can see this, or maybe there's something you can champion that otherwise would maybe
Right.
not have any. It's cool if one of these like John Wick premiered here and nobody thought it was going to be as big as it was until they
Yeah.
were like, oh shoot, all of it's sold out and people are going crazy over this movie. Maybe we should give it more. And I think that possibility exists for any of these movies, almost even
Mhm.
more so than these secret screen, because all the secret screenings in some ways are going to have solid releases, probably. Like they're not in the competition.
Yeah.
Like they already have money set aside to market it, but some of these smaller ones maybe will like rely on word of mouth or whatever. So yeah, that'll be really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, and I think a lot of careers are gonna like get their start here. Like we'll hear about the director of whatever X movie, Shelby Oaks, for example, right? Like
Yeah.
we obviously knew of Chris Duckman before, but it's like who knows like what he's gonna go on to do. Like he's in the Neon family now,
Mhm.
and yeah, it's really exciting to yeah, you're right. Like it's very hard to have like a fresh like, oh, this is just coming from me, this opinion that I have. Like I just saw
Mhm.
this movie, and like here's what I think, and it's and then it grows into a John Wick like over the years. So it's going to be really exciting. It kind of ties into what you're talking about, but what to you by the end of this week, what will a like successful Fantastic Fest look like? One where you were like, I'm really happy with that experience. It was totally
Yeah.
worth it to spend, that amount of money that we did. What does that
Nothing.
look like?
I'm just kidding. No, I really love seeing fresh. This is going to sound lame, but that's also what's really fun about film festivals. The secret screenings are always really fun. I love a great surprise. I think that's going to be really cool if it's something that we were really looking forward to. Secret screenings aside, and those are actually kind of rare. I don't, yeah, especially in the age where we're like reserving seats and know exactly. I
Yeah,
don't know.
you always know what you're getting.
It's not a common thing, and so that's really exciting. So I can't wait. We're already got one, and I think from that one even exciting. I actually think we do have a similar experience when we went to Star Wars Celebration in Japan, where you sit there and you're just like, I have no idea what's going to happen right now.
Right.
Like we've got some predictions, but I have no idea what's going to happen. And then something really cool happened. I mean, there's just rapturous excitement, but this is even different than that because they're going to press play on the Blu-ray player and we're going to freaking watch a whole movie.
It's not just hype, not to like take anything away from Celebration because it was a blast, but like you're watching the finished thing and you're doing that every screening you
watched a whole episode of the Disney Plus.
Yeah, they showed us
the dark side
little
thing.
Visions preview, little preview of Mando and Grogu. And stuff,
so I mean, but this is different. And then also I have no idea what it's like when that, and not this is going to be really weird, but what if it's bad, or not bad, but like, will it being a surprise just kind of turn off the part of our brain where we are critical and we're just like, we're just the first people anyways. This is fucking sick,
Right.
I don't care.
Yeah,
but
I'm curious how that plays.
So the secret screening thing, I'm super excited because that's not a thing that happens. And I don't know the last time I've actually gone to one where it's a whole ass movie. But I also think it's going to be exciting to watch a movie, like you were saying, from a new filmmaker or semi-new filmmaker and sort of discover that voice or that new way of making a movie or a new story or a new focus or something or a new obsession. I think that's gonna be really cool because sometimes when it's really, really exciting, you just kind of understand. I remember watching the first movie of some filmmakers and being like, oh my, not even in a film festival setting, just overall, and being like, whoa, this is cool. This person's probably going to make like 10 other movies. I'm going to watch every single one of them.
Yeah.
Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't, but that's going to be really cool at a film festival like this because they're genre movies, which I love anyways.
Yeah, for sure. I think the weird example, but like the thing I think of is like when I first saw Saw, like the first Saw. And I was like at home, like, fuck, man, that came out when I was probably 13, 14. And I like probably shouldn't have been watching it. It was it's a very intense, gnarly movie. I was probably watching it at a friend's house, actually. And it was just like by the end of that movie, man, when that twist hits, you're like, oh my God, this is so good. And it's like that obviously went on to define James Wan's whole career. But like,
that's what I'm gonna say. You watch it and you're like, this guy needs to make Aquaman. This guy needs to be the richest.
He needs to call Jason Momoa
ever.
now.
Yeah.
What is he thinking?
We need 12 Conjurings from this homie.
You see that movie hit 400 mil, by the way? We're cooked. Our box office draft is done, dude.
That's crazy. And you know what's crazy is this Conjuring movie, I think is called Last Rites.
Yeah.
Throw that, X that out. It made $400 million.
Out of there.
They're going to be like, the Warrens are back, baby.
Back.
There's no way they
kids
end here.
Are grown now.
Vera Farmiga. Yeah, this is what you're going to be known for.
Get her actress niece.
Yeah,
something
from The Nun. Yeah.
Oh, she's already in The Nun. Yeah. All right.
But yeah, he's locked in. They're never going to stop making these movies. But yeah, I think that's going to be really cool. And I've never been to Fantastic Fest. So
for sure. Yeah, I think it's and again, when we compare it to like Celebration, this is obviously a much smaller thing, right? And Celebration, it's at a theater. But it's still like it's all those like X factors that we didn't know were going to be there or we were going to experience that I think colored that whole trip, just like the vibe of being around all the cosplayers and like stuff like that
very
we didn't
specific.
necessarily.
I mean, very specific, and then also it's a trip overseas, so there's a lot happening.
This is an hour up north, but
this is also, I would say, very specific, but in a different way. Like,
right.
Austin has so many great film fests. South by Southwest is huge. And I would say if you're trying to win an Oscar, you'd definitely be at South by if you wanted to. Everything Everywhere is there, like, you'd be there.
Right.
It's a much bigger thing, and I would say most of those movies are they have a midnight screen. But then there's Austin Film Festival, which is very writer heavy, tons of drama films. And this is like you're at the Alamo Draft House on South Lamar for a week and a half. And they're actively trying to keep you in the horror mode or in the macabre. I remember they did a goat sacrifice at one of these once, and it was like a huge thing that everyone talked about for a little while. Like, there's kind of the keep Austin weird element, and this is just like leaning right into that. I think there's like a tattoo parlor that's always open there. There's horror trivia nights. People dress up. I would, people show up.
It's a medieval theme. I didn't
medieval
know,
theme. Okay.
But yeah, it's medieval themed.
What are you gonna dress up like?
See. Well, I'm gonna bring my suit of armor. I think
your horse.
I'm gonna roll. Yeah, I'm gonna roll up on my horse. I'm gonna sit in the theater on my horse in my.
I will
armor.
invoke the right of prima nocta as I walk in.
Wild how I didn't know what that was until the Avengers.
Braveheart. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But that's why Braveheart.
I was like, I don't know what that is.
It's like
well, here's the thing. I haven't seen Braveheart.
Whoa. We got to get Gibson on the line.
An exclusive. Yeah, maybe he'll be there with his new demented whatever. Oh, he's doing Passion of the Christ.
Any other big things for the preview for Fantastic Fest? I'm super excited. We're also going to try to pod from there, maybe. Like some movies as we watch them.
For sure. I think, so this is some behind the scenesy stuff, but I think we'll be overnight there at least once. And I think that we'll have like, the little clip on mics at least, and we'll get some reactions to things. Would be really fun. Some like fresh out of the theater secret screening reactions would be really cool. We'll talk about it, but probably at least maybe a couple, I would think. Things coming for
if we don't record anything, then we were very not impressed.
We don't even do a wrap up at the end. It's just on to the next.
We just pass.
But no, I'm really excited. Excited to see what these secret screenings are, and
it'll be fun.
And all the reactions to stuff that I've been seeing the name of.
So many people have gone for like the last 5 years or 10 years or something. I'm sure that they've, there's a mix too. There's critics, obviously. Mm-hmm. There's people who just want to have a fun weekend. There's people that are really serious and love movies. And then I think there's just people who are like, want to watch one single thing or are just there for the experience, and they could care less who made the movie or whether it's anticipated. They're just going to go. Like they're just there they
have a horse and they want to ride it into the theater in their armor and just sit down and enjoy.
That'll be really fun. Okay. Well, we'll be back soon, maybe even this week, as early as a couple days from now. Mm-hmm. You'll be hearing more from us. Brent, what do you have to plug? Are you gonna be tweeting?
I will definitely be taking advantage of the Fantastic Fest hashtag on Blue Sky. So definitely follow me on there. It's just Brent Carroll .blue B Sky, whatever, just whatever comes after the Blue Sky thing. But Brent Carroll, 2 R's, 2 L's, and I'll definitely be using that hashtag, tweeting reactions. So
nice. And of course, you can watch my 24/7 live stream. I'm going to be pranking all around Fantastic Fest.
It's going to be me.
I'm going to be punching down a lot with the homeless.
Good.
Almost not Fantastic Fest related at all. And then I'm going to be asking people really dirty questions.
Mm-hmm. And that's 24/7 all.
That's 24/7 all day.
That's Delphin.tv.
I just went to the grocery store and this lady was live streaming the whole time. What? She had like one of these cameras that she was holding that was going live the whole time. She just
she must have been on
very interesting.
The chatting Twitch page.
Maybe. Yeah, there was like another screen that had, I don't know if there was actual stuff happening on it, like comments, but she was walking around just buying her groceries. At one point, she left it on her cart. Kind of interesting. And then the last time I went to Disney World, there were like 2 or 3 people live streaming.
It's really interesting you say that right now. We've got to keep going on this, I guess, because I had an experience today also where my son and I were eating ice cream in the car, got some custard, and just in front of us, these 2 guys sitting on the back of an open truck were like filming It looked like they both had cameras.
Mhm.
I don't think it was a live stream. Might have been a YouTuber thing.
Just like
But
a
they were
cool shot.
filming behind the truck, and 3 Lamborghinis, or I'm sorry, Ferraris were driving behind, like in a row. And I was like, what is this for?
Yeah.
So very weird. A lot of people out there
Making content.
streaming, making
Yeah.
content. Us too. Look at it.
Look at
Look
us. Okay. Well, listen to us, watch us. We'll be live streaming as well.
Can't
Bye.
wait. Bye.